This video is going to go through activities 5.25, 5.26 and 5.27 on page 44 of your booklet. So basically it's all about external tangents, so tangents that go outside of both circles. So the first one we have there, it tells us given our two circles, construct an exterior tangent which touches both circles. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm just going to label my centres, call that C1. I'm going to call this one C2. So step one is that we join the two centres of circles. After that then, we want to bisect that line to find the halfway point. So taking a distance greater than halfway, swing an arc above and below, keeping that distance, we swing from the opposite centre and where they cross over each other, we join them together and that gives us our centre point there. From there we're going to draw a semicircle, and I'm going to draw a semicircle in the upper half to get an external tangent along here. If you wanted, you could draw a semicircle along this half here, and that would give you an external tangent along that line there. Either or would give you the correct answer. So I have my centre there, and I'm drawing my semicircle, just like that. From there then, this is where it's the tricky part when we're looking at internal tangents and external tangents. For external tangents, what you have to do is take the radius of the smaller circle and step it inside the radius of the bigger circle. So that distance from there to there is the exact same as there to there. And what you then do is you take that new distance on your compass, and I can just draw like the full circle, it doesn't have to be. But what I want to find is where that new circle hits our semicircle, and it hits it at that point there. We join that through the centre. That line there is our normal. We know our normal goes 90 degrees to our tangent. Then I'm going to use sliding set squares, keeping that angle, sliding across to the centre of my second circle. I now have two parallel lines. That's also going to be my normal there. And then join the 2 points of contact where the normal intersects with the circle, and that gives me then my tangent. So there we have an external tangent. And it's going to be the exact same approach for both activities 5.26 and 5.27. So I'm going to move across now over to 5.26. So it tells us the rotating arm A is composed of circles and tangents. Complete the drawing of the link arm by constructing exterior tangents to the circles. So we're going to have to draw two tangents this time, both external. So I'm just going to move this down a bit so you can see the lower circle there. So step one, once again, join our centres. We already have that there, and I'm going to label them C1 and C2. Then I'm going to bisect that line, once again taking a distance greater than halfway, swing an arc each side. Join those two together. There's my centre point there. And for this one, I'm going to take it out to the right. Even though there's two, I'm going to just do one for now and explain another method to find this side here. So I've now drawn my semicircle, and I take the radius of my smaller circle and step it inside my bigger circle. So that distance there, the radius, is stepped in there. What I want to do next is swing an arc with that new radius. So I can draw on the full circle, for example, there. And what I want to find is where that crosses with the semicircle at that point there. Join it back to the center. And that there, once again, is my normal. And using sliding set squares, I can slide it down to this one here. Get my normal down below. I'll just move this down a little bit so you can see there. There's my other normal. And I can join these 2 points together to give me my tangent. Now, a quick method for getting the second tangent. Because this rotating arm is going to be symmetrical, basically what's on the right is going to be on the left, I can take the exact point there where the normal intersects the circumference, take it across, gives me that point there, same below, take that across where it hits that point there, and I can then draw my tangent on the other side. So it speeds up the process. Instead of me drawing the semicircle there again, find where it hits in, join it back out, getting my normals and my tangents. So it just speeds it up just that little bit. And for the last activity, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing again. So you can see there, just fix this up. It tells us draw the chain on the bike gears provided by constructing 2 external tangents to the circular gear wheels. Show all construction lines and points of contact. Hint, you must first find the centre of circle C. So we talked about this earlier in class. We're not given the centre, but we know that if we bisect any 2 chords, they'll cross over each other, finding the centre of a circle. So for example, if I take a chord there, a line going through a circle, touching at 2 points, and I bisect that chord, take a distance greater than halfway again, swinging arcs each side, I know that somewhere along this line I've just drawn is the centre, but I don't know where to stop, so I can take a second chord like that one there, take a distance greater than halfway once again, swing an arc above and below on both ends, and once again along this line is going to be the centre, and I can see there these 2 lines cross over at that point there, giving me the centre of my circle. So same process again, join the centres, take a distance greater than halfway and mark it above and below, and mine's gone slightly off the desk, so I'm just going to make sure I go perpendicular to that there, finding my centre here. With that as centre, I draw my semicircle just like that there. Once again, take the radius of the smaller circle, step it inside the bigger circle, and where this circle hits the semicircle, it's going to be my point for my normal. So that line there is my normal. I'm going to keep that and then use sliding set squares to get the other normal in the other circle. And there it is there. and then connect the two normals together, and that gives me my external tangent there. And then, just as a recap again, for the one below, I can draw my semicircle here, just below that, extend the other circle that I drew, that intersects below there, extend that out to give me that point there, and take this over, give me this point here, and the two join together. That gives me my external tangent as well. So hopefully that video helps anybody who may have been stuck on any of those exercises there.